only Christmas tree worth having this year is the Tree of Evolutionary Life, now in its limited edition winter form. Grab this limited time poster now while you can. It depicts every single Pokemon and how they'll be related to each other, including the all-new Melmetal. Using the links below, grab one for yourself or for a friend.
Hey Pokemon Masters, Toby here, and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are right around the corner. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I cannot tell you how excited I am to actually get to play these games, to get my hands on it, to go into Kanto, to explore and to catch all the wild Pokemon. I love that they've rearranged some of the placements of the various Pokemon, trying to freshen up the experience of Kanto, and many of you may remember a little while ago, I set myself a little challenge. I say a little challenge, it was a massive challenge called the Pokemon Master Dex. I actually recently did a video talking about how I completed the Master Dex. The challenge for ultimate Pokemon fans, the furthest you can go, the biggest of the big, and some people did do it and followed along. And actually shout out to one of my viewers, Matt Brace, who has been sending me consistently over Twitter, like pictures of proof of him doing the challenge and that kind of thing. It's been really just lovely to see that people have been doing it. But a lot of people did say, no, 7 generations of Pokemon doing all of that, maybe one game, that is too much. And lo and behold, here is the opportunity. Here is the chance to do it. Pokemon Let's Go only has 151, well, 153 if you include Meltan and Melmetal. So I thought it would be cool to do a little Pokedex challenge for Let's Go specifically, and I'll be doing this challenge when I'm streaming the games tomorrow, as of the release of this video, over on my Twitch. So what is the challenge? How do I make a Let's Go challenge difficult? Well, if you have any ideas, I'll want to hear them in the comments. Any ways I can make the Pokedex challenge difficult. Of course, every time you do comment or leave a like, as with all the videos this week, it's an entry for your chance to win a copy of Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee. It's worldwide, so may as well enter. Why not? And yeah, how do I do a Pokedex challenge that is difficult, more difficult than a living dex, and still not too hard? And this is what I've come up with. And again, thanks to Matt Brace, who I actually spoke to and asked for tips about how he would do this challenge. And I sort of said, hey, but this is what I'm going to do. What do you think? And he sort of agreed. So anyone up for a little challenge when we're playing Let's Go, I'm going to give you 6 months to do it. This is how it begins. Number 1. Get a living Pokedex. Obviously, that's the simple, easy bit of it. Yes, that's the easy bit. Get a living Pokedex. Every single Pokemon in Kanto, 151 Mons. Well, 153 because we're including Meltan and Melmetal. Now, that might mean for Mew, if you're not getting the Pokeball Go Plus, that might be difficult. But we don't know what events will happen in the next 6 months. And maybe you'll find someone kind enough to trade you one. I don't know. If you can't get Mew, then don't worry about Mew. But for the 152 out of 153, you need to get them. You need a living Pokedex. This will mean you'll have to trade with friends as well for version exclusives, or use Pokemon Go, where you can get all the version exclusive Pokemon. Because of course you can transfer Pokemon from the Go Park, and that leads me on to part 2 of this. Don't forget, all Alolan forms. Through Pokemon Go, you can transfer Alolan forms to Let's Go, so you're going to want to get one of each of those, as well as there are a few I think you can get through in-game NPC trades. But yeah, you're going to need one of each Pokemon, one of each Alolan form, and there's also in Kanto gender variants. Some Pokemon have different traits depending on their gender. For example, Venusaur has different flower shapes and patterns, and Butterfree has different wing patterns. This means you're going to want to catch one of every single Pokemon, one of every Alolan form, and one of every other variant that you don't already have as part of the Pokedex. You got a male Venusaur in the Pokedex? Cool, you're going to need to get a female Venusaur. That's to flesh the whole thing out and have one of everything, so you have every form of Pokemon. And that's sort of what I would call the easy part of the challenge. Yes, catching one of every Pokemon with all the different form variations, that's the easy part. Because now I get onto the 2 criteria that make this difficult. Number 1 is I want to play about with Pokemon sizes. Pokemon sizes is a thing in Let's Go. You may have seen in the wild some Pokemon with a red aura or a blue aura. Red means that they're particularly large, blue means that they're particularly small, and if they've got no aura, they're just a regular sized Pokemon. My challenge to you is that when you create this living dex with all the different forms, any Pokemon that is a final evolution in its own evolutionary line must be extra large. So again, Venusaur for example, and because that's got a gender variant, both Venusaurs would need to be extra large. But let's say something like Dodrio that has only has 2 Pokemon in the evolutionary line. Dodrio is still the final evolution, so final evolutions must be a large. Heck, even for Pokemon that don't have evolutions, like say Pinsir or Scyther, these Pokemon, the final evolutions in their line, they must be extra large. We're working sort of in reverse. The middle stages or second forms, they must be a medium. So Doduo or Charmeleon, Ivysaur, Wartortle, these Pokemon must be just regular form Pokemon. And all first stage Pokemon in a 3-stage evolutionary line must be extra small. So Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, they all must be extra small variants of those Pokemon. This means you've got a healthy array of size variation. Now, if you really wanted to take this to the next level, you could have a completed Pokemon Pokedex with all the different forms, 1 ultra small Pokedex, 1 medium, 1 large. That requires that. I mean, that's just like, what is that, like 500 Pokemon? It's too much for my liking. However, on top of that, there is still one more criteria. And with these Pokemon, it doesn't matter what the size is, just where you get them from. Mr. Mime, Farfetch'd, Tauros, and Kangaskhan. What do these 4 Pokemon have in common? Any Pokemon Go players will know that these are the regional exclusives. You can only get Mr. Mime in Europe. Kangaskhan, I believe, is Australia or South America, I'm not sure. North America is Tauros. And then, of course, Farfetch'd is only available in Asia. These 4 Pokemon are hard to locate in Pokemon Go. They're going to be much easier to get in Let's Go. And so my challenge is that these 4 Pokemon, regardless of size, must come from Pokemon Go. And that is my challenge to you. Again, you could take it all up a notch by going, ooh, shiny living dex, if you really want. Some of you might even have that ready from Pokemon Go. And you're welcome to trade Pokemon from Pokemon Go to help, if that's going to help you. The point is that you have a living dex, all forms, all gender variants, final evolutions in the largest size, middle evolutions in the regular, smallest evolutions in a 3-stage would be the extra small size, and then these 4 Pokemon, they must come from Pokemon Go. And of course, if you can help it, Meltan, Melmetal, and Mew. This is my challenge to you. Off you go. If you've got another way that you think this challenge could be made even harder, of course, let me know in the comments. I might add something. I'm going to add a Excel sheet so you can just like a spreadsheet so you can just tick off as you go along. That'll be linked below as well. These are my thoughts on how you make a challenge. I'm so excited for tomorrow. I am going to be streaming live on Twitch for 12 hours, either 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning to 11 or 12 at night. It'll be 12-hour live stream, GMT time, so do look out on all my socials for that. I'm so looking forward to playing the game. I'm going to try and play it through to completion, maybe even do some of this challenge. I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to play. And of course, so hi, Pokemon Masters.
A massive shout out goes to my incredible patrons, many of who you can see the name of on screen now. Most of all to the big patrons of the month, Yoni, Sobin, and Xavius. If you want to find out how you can support the channel, please check out the links to Patreon in the description below and get some of those sweet, sweet perks. Thank you.